Misty Island Rescue. Little Golden Book. Thomas and Percy were helping to build a new search and rescue center on the island of Sodor. There was so much to do. It will be made of the strongest wood of all, zombie wood, said Sir Topham Hatt. The wood will arrive today at Brendam Docks. Diesel tried to move the logs by himself, and had a terrible accident. Luckily, Thomas saved Diesel, but all the logs fell into the sea. Sir Topham Hatt was proud of Thomas, and he asked Thomas to travel to the mainland and bring back more zombie wood. Percy was worried the trip was dangerous. A steamboat pulled Thomas on a raft toward the mainland. Far out at sea, Thomas heard a loud crack. Fizzling fireboxes, he peeped. The chain to the steamboat had snapped. The next morning, Thomas found himself on a strange island. It was very misty. He peeped hello, but nobody answered, so he went exploring. Suddenly, Thomas came fender to fender with three strange engines. Their names were Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand. They called themselves the Longing Locals. Bash told Thomas he was on Misty Island. Meanwhile, everyone on Sodor was looking for Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt and Captain raced out to sea. Percy searched every track. Harold took to the sky. Back on Misty Island, Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand showed Thomas where they lived. It was an old logging camp, filled with winding tracks and rickety cabins. Thomas made an amazing discovery. This camp is full of zombie wood, he peeped. That's the wood we need to build the search and rescue center. Thomas told the Longing locals all about the rescue center. They agreed to help him collect the logs. But the Longing locals didn't like working. They just wanted to play in games and bounce on the Shank Bridge. Thomas definitely did not like the Wibbly Wobbly Bridge. Old Wheezy, the giant log loader, wasn't much help either. He likes to throw logs, not stack them. After much biffing and bashing, Thomas had flatbeds full of logs, but he didn't know how to get back to Sodor. Bash told him about an old tunnel that led to Misty Island and connected Misty Island to Sodor. Pushing their flatbeds, the engines reached the old tunnel. It was cold and dark. The Longing locals were scared. Don't worry, Thomas peeped. With a whir and a whip, we'll be on the island of Sodor. Suddenly, with a rumble and a crash, there was a cave-in. Rocks tumbled down around the engines. They were trapped, and no one knew where they were. Thomas saw a hole on the roof of the tunnel. He sent up puffs of steam. Thomas hoped someone would see the puffs and come to the rescue. Somebody did see the steam puffs. Percy! It's Thomas! Percy peeped excitedly. He's on Misty Island, and he needs help. Whiff told Percy about an old tunnel that led to Misty Island. Percy knew it would be dangerous, but it was the fastest way to save Thomas. Percy raced through the tunnel. It was dark and twisty. At last he found the cave-in. "Watch out, Thomas," Percy puffed. And to push back the rocks. Percy rolled and pumped his pistons. Crash! Crash! Percy broke through the boulders. Thomas and the Longing Locals were saved. St. Topham Hatt was very happy that Thomas and his new friends were safe. And with all the new zombie wood, the rescue center would be finished very soon. Today is a special day, made possible by very special engines, St. Topham Hatt said. The opening of the search and rescue center. The people cheered. The engines all beamed. Thomas's pistons pumped with pride. The end.